Most people think the seven wonders were just architectural achievements, but the truth is, they were power centers, and today we're stepping into one of the most misunderstood of them all, the Temple of Artemis. Not just a temple, not just a monument, but a living energetic sanctuary devoted to the divine feminine and what happened to it. Tells us a lot about what happened to sacred knowledge itself. If you've ever felt drawn to goddess energy, moon cycles, intuition, or nature magic, stay with me. The Temple of Artemis stood in Ephesus, in what is now modern-day Turkey. It was rebuilt multiple times, each version grander than the last. We're talking about a structure so vast, so precise, that ancient writers said it glowed. Not metaphorically, but literally. Some accounts describe polished marble that reflected moonlight. Others speak of sacred fires, oils, and mirrors used in ritual. This was not decoration. This was frequency work. Artemis was not just a huntress. In her oldest form, she was a moon goddess, a guardian of birth, death, fertility, wild nature, and liminal spaces. She governed the thresholds, where worlds meet, and temples like this weren't built to worship passively. They were built to activate. Priestesses served here. Women initiated into lunar rites, herbal medicine, dream incubation, and energetic healing. The temple functioned as a sanctuary, a healing center, a treasury, and a spiritual school. Sound familiar? Because this was an ancient mystery school, hidden in plain sight. If this resonates, pause for a moment and comment, "I feel this." I want to know who remembers. Here's something most history books won't tell you. The Temple of Artemis also acted as a bank, not in the modern sense, but as a place where wealth, gold, and sacred offerings were stored under spiritual protection. Why? Because temples were considered energetically protected zones. Money, energy, and spirit were not separate. That separation came much later. Now let's talk about the destruction. The official story says the temple was burned down by a man seeking fame. But here's the deeper truth. Each time the temple was destroyed or dismantled, it coincided with political or religious shifts that threatened feminine spiritual authority. Eventually, with the rise of patriarchal control and later Christian dominance, goddess temples were systematically erased, not just physically, but symbolically. Ask yourself, why are so many ancient goddesses rewritten as myths, demons, or fairy tales? Why was feminine power made something to fear, tame, or forget? Let that land. The Temple of Artemis wasn't lost because it was weak. It was lost because it was too powerful. It represented sovereignty, embodiment, intuition, cycles, nature, the wild feminine that cannot be controlled, and that energy is returning now. If you're feeling the pull toward moon rituals, ancestral memory, or reclaiming your intuitive voice, this is part of that awakening. Here's something to reflect on. The seven wonders weren't just wonders of the world, they were anchors of consciousness. And when they fell, humanity entered a long age of forgetting, but remembering has begun again. If this stirred something in you, save this video. Follow at Mystic Empath Guide, and comment "I remember" so this wisdom reaches those who are ready. In part 4, we'll journey into another wonder and uncover how ancient civilizations encoded spiritual technology into stone, ritual, and myth. Until then, stay rooted, stay curious, and trust what's awakening within you.